Hello students, welcome back. This is Dr. Mercado speaking. This is course orientation part 2 of the fall 2022 semester, and this orientation is going to deal with Blackboard. Okay, so now regardless of the class that you are taking with me, these are the different courses and sections that I'm going to be offering so far. Like I stated earlier, I might have some additions depending on the coursework, but as of right now, these are the classes that have been assigned to me. Regardless of the class that you are taking, all of my classes are structured the same way. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go over my course layout in Blackboard for one class, but all of the classes are basically set up the same way. Okay, so let me go ahead and let me exit here, and let me go ahead and let me open up. I'm already logged in, but let me go ahead and exit all of this, and let me start fresh. That way you all know how to access Blackboard. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open a web page, and we're going to go to southtexascollege.edu. Okay, so southtexascollege.edu. That's going to take us to our home page. On the top right hand, we have the Blackboard link. We're going to select it. And then it's going to ask you to log in. You've got your username and password. That should have been provided to you by the Office of Admissions. If you're new, you should be provided that. If you've been here a couple of semesters, so you should already have that information. So we're going to log in into Blackboard. And then you're going to see all of your courses, okay? So you have Blackboard. We're going to go ahead on the left-hand side. We're going to go to the tab that says Courses, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select my fall 2022 courses, and these are all of the classes that I'll be offering in the fall, okay? So on your end, you're going to be seeing the classes that you are taking. It might be a little bit different because I'm the one teaching the classes, you're the one taking the classes. But basically you're going to have a list of all of your classes. You locate my class and you select it, okay? So I'm going to be using Accounting 2401 VO1. Just for reference, that's the class I'm going to go in, just to show you the structure of my class. And regardless of the class that you're in, you should see the same information, okay? We have a Pronto app. That is basically an instant messaging system that you can download from your phone. You can communicate with me or with your classmates. It's kind of like a chat, okay? A lot of students use that chat. I use it. I log in several times a day to check it. So that's just available for you there. That's another option for you to communicate with me, okay? We start off with the Start Here tab, okay? If you click the little down arrow, you see that there's a little down arrow. It'll open up the content for that specific content folder. So if you see here, we have the Start Here tab. Then we have our Cengage assignment links, and then we have all of the weekly modules, okay? Every week you have a different module. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, okay, so on and so forth, okay? So let's start with the Start Here tab. If I go down, okay, you're going to have some welcome information. You're going to have information about the course. You're going to have a picture of me, my telephone number for my office, my mobile number for emergencies. If you need to contact me, it's an emergency, you contact my mobile number, my email, and my office hours, okay? And it's just general information. You'll have the 3 course orientation videos that you need to listen to. Just go over this information, okay? I'm not going to spend too much time. I don't want to bore you, okay? The central course information is just information about the course. Please read over all of this information, okay? For every course, it's going to be different content, okay? I've got information about your textbook, just different information in general that you all can read, okay? Our learning objectives for our program, for our course, a course description. It's just general information that you'll find. Then you'll find the concourse syllabus as well as a PDF version of the syllabus that I created. So for example, I'm going to show you the syllabus for this class. This is what I need for you to print out, okay? Print it out and have it handy, okay? So you'll have information about my chair. If you have questions, complaints, concerns, this is my contact for my the department chair for business administration, Ruby Campuzano. Then you've got information about me, my office hours, my office location, my office phone number, my personal mobile number, all of that stuff. And this is just general information about the course. All of you, please print it out and read your syllabus, Okay. The grading, you'll find a grading section. All of my students are going to need Cengage. Cengage offers Cengage Unlimited, and we'll cover that in the orientation video number 3. Okay, but just be familiar, I grade based on a 1,000 point scale system for all of my classes. So if you earn between 0 points and 599 points, you'll get an F. If you earn between 600 points and 699 points, you'll get a D. If you earn between 700 points and 799 points, you'll get a C. Between 800 points and 899 points, you'll get a B. And anything over 900 points, you'll get an A. Okay, so this is my grading point scale for all of my classes, regardless of the class that you're in. Now this is going to change per class. Make sure that you look at the weights for all of your assignments in your specific syllabus. Make sure you print it out. No extensions unless it's an emergency. Okay. If for whatever reason you need to drop the class, that is the student's responsibility. I do not drop students. Attendance is very important. Most of my classes are online. I don't take attendance per se, but the attendance is reflected based on your participation in the class. You're not logging in, you're not completing your assignments, you are not attending. Okay, so it is very important that you log in. I recommend students log in 2 to 3 times a week or even more if needed to be able to stay active in the class. And like I said, dropping the course is the student's responsibility. Okay, so read over the syllabus. I've got a lot of information. I am not going to go over this information with you because all of you can read. So read over the content in your syllabus, and if you have questions or concerns, you let me know. Now, I do want to show you all that at the end of the syllabus, there is a schedule, okay? This is why I want you to print it out. Every week, I tell you what we're going to cover and the assignments that are going to be covered and the due dates for the assignments, okay? That way you know exactly what needs to happen and what you need to submit for that week, okay? So for example, for week 1, for this specific course, we have to do the syllabus and course orientation quiz in Blackboard. We have to complete the Cengage tutorial in Cengage, Chapter 1 homework in Cengage, and Chapter 1 quiz in Cengage. And everything is due on August the 28th, which is on Sunday. Okay, and it goes week by week. Okay, so please make sure that you print it out and you keep it handy. That way you have this very important piece of information with you at all times. Okay, so just explore. You're not going to break Blackboard. Click, look around. There's a lot of information. There's technical support if you need Blackboard help. We've got information about the help desk, the hours, how to submit a ticket. All of that is available to you there. There's a different college resources and services available as well. If you need to contact the CLE lab, the bookstore cashiers, whatever the case might be, that is provided. So just go ahead and review your information in the Start Here content. The most important thing under the Start Here content, of course, are the orientation videos under the welcome link, as well as your syllabus. Okay, make sure that you get that done. Okay, the next tab is your Cengage assignment links. This is where you're going to have all of your links for your Cengage. Okay, you're going to have your ebook, your dashboard. If you have any technical support, you can contact Cengage directly, and then everything that you need to read and all of your assignments. This is basically a depository of all assignments and links related to Cengage. Okay, now don't worry, you don't have to go through all those links because I embed them every week in your modules. Okay, so let's look at an example module for 1 week. Okay, this is what you're going to be seeing every week. Okay, so every week you're going to go to the module for that week and you're going to click the overview course learning outcomes, to-do list, and deadlines. Okay, what you'll find here is an inspirational quote. I like to put quotes every week for my students. Then it's going to have a short overview about the chapter that we're going to be covering, the chapter objectives, okay, and then a to-do list. Okay, so you'll have we have to read. You've got your PowerPoint presentations. These are the assignments that you need to complete, and then the due date. Now, this particular class is missing my lectures, Most of my classes have lectures. I will be adding lectures to this class. This is a brand new book that we're using for my Principles of Financial Accounting. So because it's a brand new book, I have to re-record all of my lectures because a lot of the information has changed. So I'll be having a lot of work because on top of, teaching my different classes, I have to record a lot of lectures for this class and other classes as well. Okay, so you'll find, in addition, in some of the classes, you'll see that those lectures already posted. Let me show you a class that has lectures posted. Let me see. I think Introduction to Accounting 1 should have some lectures. Okay, so let me see. So right here, we'll go here. So that way you see a completed week. Okay, so you see we have got the quote, you've got a short overview of the chapter, the objectives, your assignments, your PowerPoint, and then you've got a lecture video there. Okay, so just make sure you'll always have that. You'll have the overview of the chapter, the objectives, the learning objectives for that chapter. What you need to do, you need to read, review the PowerPoints and the lectures posted. These are the assignments, the due date. This is your PowerPoint presentation that you can download, and then the lecture that you have to listen to. Okay, so let me go ahead. So that's how it looks. Okay, let me go back to this class. Okay, so basically that's what happens. You're going to download every week. You're going to go, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to select that first link. That way you know what's going to be happening that particular week. Okay, once you're done going over the overview, then you can begin working on your assignments. Now for week 1, you have to complete the quiz. This syllabus and course orientation quiz is in Blackboard, and this is the only one you'll have. It's only for attendance purposes. I need to make sure students are attending and participating. So that is what I use that quiz for. It's a super short quiz. So you must click the link. It'll take you and you'll be completing it. Okay. After you've completed the attendance quiz, then you're going to begin reading chapter 1. If you go to chapter 1, you click on the link, it'll take you to Cengage, and we'll cover that in the next orientation video. And then you read the chapter, and then once you're done, you can begin working on your assignments. And then you have 3 assignments for the week. You basically just click on the link, and it will redirect you to Cengage where you must complete your assignment. Okay, so everything that you need is within the weekly module. You've got an overview and all of your assignments. Okay, so it's not very difficult for you to locate the information. Every week it's the same. Okay, so you've got your module overview every week. You're going to have information about the courses, the lectures, stuff like that. And then below you have the assignments. You read and then you complete your assignments. Okay, so fairly straightforward. Please navigate. Like I said, you're not going to break anything. Okay. Messages, if you need to contact me, there's a messages button. This is my preferred method of communication. So you select messages. On the right hand side, there is a little addition button. If you click on it, you can create a new message, and you can type the name of the person. If you want to email me or your classmates, you can do that as well from here. Okay, and then you can just create the message and then send. Okay, so if you have a question or concern, you can do that from here. You can attach attachments, whatever you need. Okay, so if you need to communicate, you have a question or concern, this is the preferred way. Okay, you just go ahead and you type my name, Claudia Mercado, then the instructor, and then you type your message. Okay, so use that feature. You'll have your gradebook in Blackboard. The gradebook in Blackboard is the gradebook that I use to calculate final grades. So make sure that your gradebook is correct. If you figure out or you find out that there's a discrepancy in your gradebook, let's say the grades from Cengage are not coming into Blackboard, because what happens is you complete your assignments in Cengage, but automatically those grades populate in Blackboard because the course is linked to Cengage. So if you identify any discrepancies, please let me know. But this is what your gradebook will look like, and it will start populating with grades as you complete it. Okay. I don't have any discussions in my class per se. That's just there. Content, I will be using my announcements. Okay, I post a lot of announcements. If I need to provide students with important information about the course, I usually post an announcement. Like for example, here I have a welcome to my class kind of announcement. I post announcements to remind students of their weekly assignments. So you'll find that under the announcements tab. Make sure that you view all announcements. Also, when you log into my class, and if I did post an announcement, you'll get a notification that there's an announcement available for you to see. Okay, so make sure that you view your announcements. So basically from here, what I use the most is just the messages, the gradebook, and the announcements. Okay, and then every week you just go to the week that we're in, and you go in there and you expand it, and then you review the module overview. Once you review that information, then you can begin working on your assignments. Okay, so Blackboard is fairly straightforward. It is not difficult. It is not challenging. The key is to logging into Blackboard multiple times a day, a week, to be able to keep up with your assignments. Okay, so make sure that you're active in the class, that you are constantly logging in, that you're actively completing your assignments. But that is basically it. Make sure that you print out your syllabus from the Start Here tab. Make sure that you print out your syllabus. And if you have questions or concerns, there's always Blackboard support to assist. Or I can help if there's something that I can assist with that is not something technical. I can assist you with that. But let's say, for example, you can't log in into Blackboard, or you're having password issues. I can't help you there. You need to contact Blackboard Help Support. Okay? So that is basically it. Blackboard, very simple. Like I said, weekly modules. Every week you'll have a module. You just go to the week that you're in and you do whatever is stated on that module. Keep your syllabus handy at all time. That way you are up to date with all of your assignments. And just navigate. Feel free to roam Blackboard. You're not going to break it. Review all of the information. Read the information provided. And you should be good. Okay? So that is basically just a quick overview over Blackboard. Remember, we have our messages option, we use our gradebook, and I use a lot of the announcements. That's how I communicate with my students. Okay, so make sure that you are able to log in into Blackboard, and that you keep up with your Blackboard by continuously logging in, just to keep up to date with any information that I might have. Okay, so that is it for orientation lecture number 2. Like I said, all of my classes are structured the same way, using a weekly module, and every week you will have the module overview, which will provide you with an overview what we're going to be covering that week, and then you'll have your weekly tasks or assignments that need to be completed in Cengage. Okay, if you have any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to reach out to me, and make sure that you listen to the last and final orientation video, which is part 3, which deals with Cengage. Take care, and until next time.